tuning in for another D6Pack video. Today I'm going to be showing you another Foamcore design. This one is going to be for Happy Pigs. This was the first Foamcore that I made, really, but I ended up remaking it because I wasn't really happy with the first one, which I'll go into a little bit more as I show you the insert. But this game alone has a lot of pieces to it. And the game comes with baggies, and it all stores pretty nicely in the box. However, they're baggies, and it can be kind of a pain to set up the game with having to dump out all these different baggies. However, to make matters worse, we got two promos. The same event we got this, which was Origins of 2016. And then we have also recently bought the expansion for this, which added, 4 more types of animals. 3 more types of animals? 3 more. So you'll see all of those in this box. That was really the reason for needing this insert. Trying to keep track of all those animals got very crazy, and with the bags, they had wasted air, which took up space in this box, which was unnecessary. So I decided we needed an insert, and I went ahead and built it. So let me turn my camera around, and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so this is Happy Pigs. Before I show you the insert, I just wanted to say that part of the reason that this game needs an insert is because my fiance was insistent on having enough of the promos and expansion animals that all 6 players could play with as many of one type of animal as they wanted. So I don't know that this quite accomplishes that, but it comes close, and this box, as you will see, is packed full of tiles, so there's no way I could have fit more in that I can think of anyway, without getting a bigger box. So, this is actually my second attempt at making an insert for Happy Pigs. The first one I did was pretty much just a standalone insert. I guess it was still 2-tiered, but they weren't designed to be passed around the table. And after we played with that, I realized that it might be useful to be able to just take a tray out of animals and be able to pass that around the table. And then you've got your small, medium, and large, and then your piglet-sized animals or babies, all in one tray for a given species. This one is actually 2 species. We've got the chickens and the cows are both in one tray here. But I kind of just measured it out, and the way I started this one was based on these field tiles. I placed those in the box and saw how much room those would take up. And then with what was left from here down, I just kind of split in half, both width-wise and height-wise. And then I decided that I could make trays that way. So I got 4 trays out of it. 2 of them, the pigs and the penguins, are solid 1 species trays, and then the top 2 trays, I've got 2 species each in them. There are little dividers between each species here, but they are not glued in, so they can be moved or removed if I decided that I didn't want sheep for some reason. I could just switch this out and make the tray all ducks at that point. It was kind of hard to get all 4 of these to fit. It was kind of just luck that they did fit like that, but they were a little bit tight in certain spots. It works fine, but it was challenging in order to get everything to fit like that. And then with the baby-sized animals, it was difficult to get them out with this wall being full height, so I cut that one in half instead so that it would no longer be such a challenge. So that was the animal trays. And then I had all of these resources, the super feed, love amulets, and the vaccines. I don't know what their actual names are. That's just what we call them. So I made this tray for those, and that fit right on top of all those field tiles quite nicely, I think. And again, it was kind of challenging in order to get those all in there, but I had a little bit of wiggle room in that this coin tray was still there, that it could be kind of a buffer. But I don't think all these coins would have fit if it had gone much more into that side. So that's how that came about. And then I had the action selection tokens for all the players, the bill money. That was all the same height, so I decided to put all that in one tray together. And I made that the same height as the animal modules, I guess. And that fit in right next to the field tiles. Just happened to work out again. And then I had these coins left over still that I had to figure something out for. And this tray is a little bit thinner than I would have liked it to be. Ideally, these coins would probably cards. So I measured those out and left just enough space there that they could fit on top of that tray. Also, the action tile, I guess you call it, is a little bit wider. So that one was a little bit challenging to figure out how to get in the box. Originally, I kind of planned to just set it on top, but after I made these trays, I realized that they were a little too thick, and once I got it done, I found out that it slides underneath the trays better than putting it on top of them. It kind of just raises one edge of them so you don't notice the lid bulging quite as much. The insert itself, I think, works pretty well. There are some challenges with the tiles shifting around. Because I didn't make these trays the full depth of one of these tiles, they have to be at an angle in order for the lid to fit on these right. So if I'm not the one putting this away, that can be somewhat problematic. But I don't think there's any way that all of these animals would fit in this box otherwise. So it works out nicely. This was my second attempt at a Foamcore ever, so it's not quite as clean cut as some of my other projects since have been, but overall I'm happy with it. It's functional and it looks all right for my purposes. So that is my Foamcore insert for Happy Pigs. Thanks for watching. So that was my insert for Happy Pigs. Please let me know what you thought of it, if you liked it, if there's things you thought I could have added. I always appreciate your suggestions. They help me add new cool things to future designs, so if you make some suggestions, you might even see them in some future designs of mine. So we love to hear from you. You can contact us at D6Pack Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or by email, d6packpodcast@gmail.com. I didn't go into too much detail on the exact creation of a foam core in this video. If you are looking for that sort of instruction, please check out my video for the Steam Park foam core. And with that, thanks for watching. Bye.